Good morning. It's October 7th, 2023, and this is the Wall Street Weekly Wrap Up with your host, John Newquist. And we got uh, a conflict in Israel. I saw several of the Hamas members attacking the settlements in southern Israel. So we'll see what that does to the market. Unemployment came out this week, 3.8. Jobs, a record 336. No analyst had even over 250. So this was quite a bit. Jobs are strong, economy's strong. How's that affecting everything? Well, we're going to see. I think we're having a lot of pullback. Uh, one of the ConAgra said we're seeing people go into the Chili's, getting away from expensive one-serving meals. ExxonMobil's going to buy Pioneer, which had been talked about over 6 months ago, but then they denied it. This stock illustrates the market. Last week, high of the year, all-time high. Look at that. And then it just drops like a rock. 10% drop in a week. Boom. That's oil. Oil goes from 96, 97 down to 83. So when you have low oil prices, the economy is slowing in the rest of the world. In our stats of the week, 2.2-year note getting up to 5. I showed this chart for the 30-year Treasury yields. I hate these negative inversion charts, but that's what I have. Um, it got above 5 first time since 2007. Then I hear Rick Santelli from CNBC's to saying, well, it could get up to 13%. A lot of things that have to happen just to make that happen. That's not in the fortune ball that I see, but things can happen. If you know people want to have the prices of the bonds go up because the equities are not a place to invest, that's one thing, but I don't know. All the metals are dropping. Gas is above $3. Ding, 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 ding. We have plenty of natural gas. Your Exxons, your Chevrons, your Conoco, lots of drilling gets free natural gas, and they're going to make a fortune on the natural gas. I expect good earnings. That's why you probably have Exxon who's going to buy $60 billion of stock for Pioneer. They can do it because they are making a fortune. So you're going to see a lot of the big players in oil start to buy some of the other players. And of course, the Nasdaq's still hanging in there. It's been a hell of a year, and it's up 28%. S&P's up 12%. We haven't got our 10% correction. We might get it for a while. I just showed a 30-year bond, because this has been fascinating. Yeah, it was over about 15% back in 1980. I remember seeing that number, but you had high inflation. We don't have that high inflation. Now, if you want to say the debt's going to cause us to have a lot of price inequalities and the price is going to go up like the Weimar Republic, maybe. The spending is got to get controlled. We are spending more than we have for a lot, and if we're going to be up billions of dollars a day in interest, that's no good. WP Carey, the REITs, Staples, consumables, all these stocks have been, all these sectors are hit. It doesn't matter really what you pick. This is the typical. We're going to be balanced because we're going to do the performance S&P 500, but Carey's no different than a lot of the other REITs. They're all getting hit. Even if they got good numbers, people are just not buying the stocks. So they're going to do a spin-off of 59 properties. Well, I think it'll help. Again, this whole thing with the interest rates and high prices of property, it's this imbalance of what the demand is versus what people can afford, and a lot of sectors are being hurt. Remember, we're watching student loans. If that is indeed $250 to $300, $400 a month for some of these families, they're going to have to cut somewhere. Microsoft's making the news. They're talking about launching their first AI chip. A lot of questions, just tons of questions on this. Would help lessen dependence. Again, everybody wants to do this. We watched Intel's chipset for AI come fairly close to NVIDIA's. They're talking about making their own chips, and that's good, except that it's, you got to talk about the leader, and if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, and that's NVIDIA. Constellation Brands, I tell you, Modelo, #1 beer in the country. Remember, Bud Light's gone down like a rock. And so earnings beat. What does the stock do? It has been down like a waterfall. This is like a waterfall. Hit a little bank and then come right down. This shocks even all the best analysts because now we're talking about we got stocks that are good, but they're just getting dumped, and that's not good. So it's just a matter of you just going to hold your nose and pick a stock. They're good stocks. They got good fundamentals. It's a matter. The Golden Cross occurred way back over here, and then the Death Cross has not occurred. So a lot of people are watching those two triggers. And of course, ConAgra, I think ConAgra is okay. The management has not been as good as it could be, but look at this thing, $40 some, 41 down to $26. I mean, what a painful, painful slide. They're doing well. I mean, some sales are declining, but again, just the food companies in general are just in trouble. So, it's a matter of you got a good dividend, you got a company to be around, these are not such a bad time to buy. AMD, I've always watching the AMD, and I'm watching the other tech stocks. Remember, AMD was a profit maker for years, and we knew the coming was here. They're coming up with a artificial intelligence chip, but doesn't have the ecosystems, and so you can have it, but it's a matter of, are you affecting NVIDIA's sales? That's a real issue, and the answer is going to be no for now. What everybody's watching, it came close. It came very close to breaking through this trend line and then dropping. Again, this is a good company. It is in a tough area right now. There's going to be pullbacks. All your tech, all your spending is going to be slowed down if indeed people are going to be hurting. So we didn't buy or sell anything this week. That's a good week. But I just put up the heat chart for the year. I mean, if we just review, we've held Microsoft forever. We bought Amazon and Google at the lows, Meta at the lows of last year. We've held NVIDIA forever. We sold AMD and Tesla at a big profit. We own Walmart. We own JPM, which is over here. So we got a lot of solid companies in the portfolio, but there's a lot of companies like Pepsi's down 10% for the year. Energy is just all over the board. If you went last week, it would have been positive. But Nextera has been hit a lot, and it's down 20% this year. It's still profitable. It grows growth. We're just going to stick through it. We're not going to take our profits and then sell. But that's it. We want to be involved in all these sectors. We want to make sure that we have the best in each of these sectors. Again, healthcare has just been ugly. I mean, we've got Pfizer, which has been down, if you look at this thing, 35% this year. We own Merck, 6% this year. Nothing wrong with Pfizer. It makes money, it's profitable, pays a good dividend. Ain't going to cut the dividend, but we're going to stay with it. It's a company we like. It's good, same as Pepsi and other ones in there. So, this is an odd time. Your big techs right here, chunk of the market, biggest cause of the increase. If you took them out, everybody would be flat for the year probably. So, idea is we're going to buy the best, and that'll keep us alive and keep us profitable. And I'll see you next week. Stay warm.